It's complete madness. And why is it always bowling balls? I never found them that impressive. You know what I want? Is for them to put that vacuum cleaner on the ball guy's head and then kind of lift him up and twirl him around. And if you can do that with your vacuum cleaner, then I guarantee you I will buy it. And now we live in an era where suction power is only the beginning of what vacuum cleaners promise. If you've ever watched an ad for Dyson, they are selling much more than the absence of a hand for the lifestyle and future. Every Dyson vacuum cleaner looks like it's either stolen alien or military technology with their 34 jet cyclone penetration system, which promises to suck away your dirty past and place you into a sterile future where you can hit on your neighbors by trading vacuum cleaners. And Dyson claims to be different to other vacuum cleaners, as they're bagless, which is great if you enjoy inhaling a whole carpet when you empty them into a bin. Also, if one main vacuum cleaner wasn't enough, you can also get a sidearm, which comes apart and snaps back together with a noise so savage it makes you feel like a hitman that's about to take out some spilled popland dirt. And Dyson doesn't just make vacuum cleaners. They also have fans, air curlers, and hand dryers. And you're probably wondering why I brought this up. And it's not to advertise Dyson, but actually the opposite. As I was once in a bathroom when a drunk guy kissed into one of these Dyson hand dryers, which instantly vaporized it, creating a cloud of urine that floated to the top of the bathroom and still lingers on my taste buds to this day. Thank you, Dyson. And viewing all this vacuum cleaner propaganda is tiring and tedious, enough to make you want to suck your eyes out. And if their strength is actually anything like they advertise, then this might actually be a good option. So before I try this on myself, I thought I'd do some research and find out if there's any kids or drunk guys stupid enough to try this out on themselves. And surprisingly, I couldn't find any, only injuries caused by the stick of the vacuum cleaner. But what I did find is even better. This is a scientific journal article which explores the rather common phenomena in which men let curiosity get the better of them. The best thing about this article is not that these men were unable to resist the sexual pull of the vacuum cleaner, but none of the men wanted to admit that they had purposefully placed their snake in the pipe. In all cases mentioned in the article, the men claimed they were the victim of an unfortunate accident and they just happened to be in the room while their wife was out shopping. I'm not sure why that's relevant. And then the vacuum cleaner turned itself on and caught their yahoo. And as a guy that also happens to have a yahoo, I know that isn't how it works. There was no accident. It's kind of like me just saying, oh, I accidentally fell on the keyboard here and placed an advertisement right here. That just doesn't happen.
Let me guess. You're too busy.
Yes, we are way too busy to watch this advertisement. We were watching some high quality content before you interrupted it with your weird Bitcoin investment scam out of bowling. It's really annoying. Here, let me help you out with this. See, I would never put a real advertisement in my movie.
During World War II, my great-granddad, George Arthur Roberts, was awarded for his bravery fighting fires night after night. Thanks to him and his fellow volunteers, there was a city to wake up to.
Discover the untold stories of World War II in millions of records and bring your backstory to life with Ancestry.
Some of these men sustain pretty serious injuries, including lacerations which needed surgery, which is horribly minimal and great for this video, as it means a vacuum cleaner myth has a chance. One more interesting thing, which is how common Dyson dickings are. This report found 5 incidents in a town of 50,000 people. And let's say half the town are men. That would translate to 2 out of every 10,000 people. Meaning that if 500,000 people watch this video and 90% of you are men, that means around 90 of you watching right now have done the dirty with this face. And you know what, with Dyson making products that look like this, and with marketing like this, I can't really blame you. It's like Dyson is trying to get revenge on men for the years of housework they have thrown onto their wives. And it's really, do you know what that means? It means I've wasted enough time waiting around, and we can get on with the video, as the video is 10 minutes long. So all I need is a vacuum cleaner and an eyeball to start out, and I could make some kind of human eye analog, but it wouldn't be very accurate, so I decided I would use a pig's head, and luckily I'm a connected guy that had enemies in all the right places and was able to easily find one.
Hi. Look what I've got.
Steve.
Yeah, I got it back.
And he's up his head.
But I'm just waiting for it to finish fully downloading. Oh, I just broke my neck.
Extra points if it makes a good pop noise, a good satisfying.
Don't treat us about saying so.
I also didn't think it would be very exciting to use a non-see-through tube, so I
How
built a
did it?
transparent tube so we can see the
It really
eyeball
will fix
bulge.
it.
Also, if this household vacuum
What?
isn't able to do it, I also invested in this industrial
I don't know what you're on about, Jack.
perfect appearance, and they weren't lying.
Right.
Now, in the past, some of you have gotten
Listen to
annoyed
this.
when I've used animal analogs.
You might think it sounds crazy, but do you know Dylan?
Yeah.
He lied about saying he was level 50.
Yeah, I know. I played with him today.
Oh. Bet you was
He came on for an hour and then I fell out with him. Because he built a base on top of the thingy. Oh, someone's watching my stream. But yeah, he built a base on top of the thing, on top of the mountain.
Green base.
Like, he flew over to, like, the mountains and built a big base, as in, like, an actual base in BHE.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he built a base and decided to go over there and then try and sniper me. So I said, alright then. I started snipering him, I killed him, and then I went over to his base. And then after that, I ended up supposedly annoying him when he was the one trying to escape me. I don't like that setting. Oh, I can't change out yet.
Oh, yeah, it's something not able to escape or something.
Yeah, apparently I was pissing him off.
So have you two blocked each other?
Huh?
You two blocked
No, I haven't blocked him, but I don't know about him blocking me out. Holy sh... Are you going to re-download Steep, or have you already got it?
I can't.
Why?
Mason's in music.
Mason's what?
Mason's in music.
So
I'm not
why
allowed-
can't you use it?
I'm not allowed in this room.
Oh, you've got the disc.
Yeah.
Why aren't you allowed in his room? Because last night, or night before, sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh. When you supposedly jumped on top of him. I have 3 viewers already. I don't even know who the hell they are either, but the really irritating thing is I'm still waiting for the game to download fully. Shut up, Mr. Steep Boy. Yay! That's one way to wake yourself up. Face plant in the floor. Yo, what the frick? Did anyone else just see that ski?
And I understand why. It's pretty confronting looking at the decapitated head of the pig. But
Right.
I'm not the one responsible for the pig's death, and this was actually a free waste product given to me by a butcher.
Oh!
But it wasn't when I chose to use a pig's head, or what you expected when you clicked on this video. But the next couple of minutes are extremely gross. But it's alright, as I'm doing this for educational reasons, to show you the dangers of a vacuum cleaner. Do not try this at home. First up, versus shock vacuum. So there were a couple of things I didn't think about before using the pig's head. Firstly, the bone structure of a pig's face is quite different to humans. With my own head, I can get a nice seal with the vacuum in my eye socket. But to get the same thing, I had to remove some of the pig skin. Also, since the pig is dead, it's gone through rigor mortis, and its muscles have toughened up, so I don't think this is going to be very realistic. I've got
I would
nothing
do
else to
solo.
use. This
Okay.
is disgusting. Okay, I guess you can see it. Okay.
Four days before it comes out.
What?
4 days before it comes out.
Week 3?
No. Do you know in 4 days?
Yeah. Oh, Wolverine, yeah. Yeah. Guess what else today is?
What?
Fortnite's birthday.
Fortnite's birthday.
Do you know how I knew?
Because you got given the emote.
No. I didn't know because of that. Because I knew that my birthday, September, their birthday, September. Because the day that Fortnite came out was when I was actually having my birthday party. 3 years ago, it was when I was literally having my birthday party. Because I couldn't have the party on my birthday because the rent people decided to want more than what they was deserved or what they needed. They wanted more so they could go on holiday again.
But the eye is bulging, but it's not very dramatic. Now let's see what happens if you were to get the vacuum stuck on your eye and then
I died again.
pull it off.
Yeah.
And the eye moves around, but not
I
much
wish
happens.
they kept it like this.
Besides some popped blood vessels.
I don't. I'm happy that they change it. It's just better.
It actually crushes the plastic tube I was originally
No,
planning to use.
I hope you keep
So I'm
it
going to
like
make
that.
a new eye puller out of acrylic tube, which was surprisingly
Like they
hard to
did
find.
with the
So I
pool.
ordered this device, which has a clear tube and an inbuilt ruler, and uses a vacuum to enhance happiness. And I've blurred the box and instructions as YouTube was giving me a hard time and demonetizing me. So the instructions recommend that I use the device in my own home, at the country club, or in any place which has a reasonable amount of privacy. I'm banned from the country club, so I decided to use it once again in my couch, but this time with the door closed. And if you have any other stupid ideas that you want me to try out,
The car
tell
outside
me on
driving off.
Twitter,
Wow!
Instagram,
What?
but maybe something
I landed it!
close.
Oh.
Nice, like, can my dad go down to the beach and buy some fish and chips and have a nice day? Oh, like that. Alright, so the
What?
equivalent does this to my hand, so I reckon it's got a good chance.
What?
Do you know when you jump off the roof,
Yeah.
land in the car, you
Yeah.
lose 9 HP. You should look at the ground.
In it, man.
Uh-oh, no Wi-Fi at your in-laws' house. Switching time.
I wish you could re-download
And now,
Steam. We had
it's
so much
Netflix
fun
time.
together on it.
Watch Netflix offline.
Go ask your mum or dad to get the disc then for you, because you're not allowed in. Because that's reasonable to ask them that, isn't it? I'm like, okay.
What the? And this is
still sad about
absolutely
Saki. I'm
disgusting.
still sad
I
about Princess
regret
Bride.
doing this experiment. Are you happy, Toasty Butter? Is this what you wanted to traumatize me? Okay, the eye has popped out of its socket and kind of inflated.
Do you know if we'll
doctor,
feel
but I
like
don't
man
think
meet
you can
together and
push
just
that back
fight?
in.
Yeah.
This was done with me.
Every boss fights if they meet.
Your household vacuum. So, can you suck out your eye
Look,
with a
I mean,
normal vacuum
the other
cleaner?
bosses.
Probably not. I think you'll just give yourself pink eye. Would this extra eyeball length help you see further? I think so. Are celebrities like Kylie Jenner going to see this and start vacuum pumping their eyes, as well as their lips? I hope so. Also, if you do plan on enlarging your eyes with this amazing device, make sure you follow the device's instructions and refrain from lending
Right, I
it
just
to
walked
others
in
in
the house
order
and
to
then
avoid
there's this
spreading any
guy.
skin rashes
He's
or
getting shot at.
diseases.
What?
Now,
There's this guy, I walk into a house, didn't know he's there, absolutely clueless. And then he comes out of nowhere and I just finish him
so
off
much
with
for
an
watching.
SMG.
If you like
Well,
this, please subscribe and maybe share it around with your
But now
family and
I'm
friends.
stuck in the street car. Let's just stuck in the street cars.
What?
Don't lock you.
Yeah. Not all of them, but Tony Stark's car, hell yeah.
What is it called again? He's even got the favorite colour on it.
In a red, yellow, blue. It's just a good combo.
Just these are my favourite colours. I'm like, what? I need a med kit. I'm still 9 HP.
So, this was one of those myths that I first heard when I was a little kid. Around the same time,
I hate how the
the
cat's got like black, sword and that, all that, but the skin
If my
doesn't.
dad leaves the house and never comes back, I'll become a strong, stable, and independent man.
You don't know how to do it.
But this carrot finger myth is probably the most intriguing. and has become one of the most popular pop science facts regurgitated by drunk dudes and magazines and doctors' waiting rooms. And I reckon
Jack,
because it sounds bizarre and crazy.
just go ask your mum or dad if they can go get it for you, since you're not allowed in the room, because then they'll believe you're reasonable.
You're a bit skeptical, but you probably wouldn't try to attempt to prove me wrong unless you hate yourself. And it's the same thing with biting off your finger. When you hear this story, you don't really believe it, but at the same time, you kind of don't want to look like an idiot by saying, no you can't, and then biting off your finger in front of your mates. And I find it hilarious that we seem to be more in touch with the body of a root vegetable than our own physical selves. So then you think, well, someone must know the answer. Maybe gold, or like an old baby people smuggler. So you decide to turn to the internet for closure. That makes it worse, because you realize it is filled with hundreds of curious people just like you that
Nah, that is
enthusiastic
just
enough to sacrifice everything. And eventually you find something that claims to know the answers, like this wiki user.
actually so
Or maybe
annoyed.
from the extremely popular website, I'm a Scientist, Get Me Out of Here. And she's extremely certain that this myth is indeed true, but I'm kind of skeptical of her confidence. How does Amy know that you bite off your finger as easily as a carrot? Was she born with 6 fingers? Or does she somehow have access to a large base of human volunteers on which she is able to conduct experiments on in order to answer questions from strangers on the internet?
Wee.
I tried to contact Amy and the folks over at I'm a Scientist, Get Me Out of Here to let them know that I was onto them, but I wouldn't tell the authorities if they would give me access to their ordered human guinea pigs, or at least allow me to buy some, but they're not giving up their stash that easily. So the general reason that people on the internet seem to think that this myth is true is that our mouths are physically strong enough and could easily bite through our fingers like a carrot, but our brain says, wait mate, don't do that, you need your fingers. So it looks like I'm going to have to come up with a way to bypass my brain.
Where are the cakes at though?
And I've
There's one in Salty, I know there's one in Weepin's big house, I don't know where the rest are. I can't be bothered doing my challenges, I'm going to try them tomorrow.
And measure how much force it takes to cut each of them off. And I kind of
Oh,
don't
that
want to use
birthday
a blade
2 days
because
ago, was
it
it?
represent a human now. So I ordered human skull from my second favourite website to get human bone, www.ilovepaulpod.com. It's a suspiciously quick delivery time. So this is the plan. Skull goes like this with weights on top of it. Then I just place a carrot inside and keep stacking on weights until it cuts through. Then I also need a fake human finger to do the same thing with and compare them. I don't really know how
What's
to
Henry
get a
actually
fake
doing?
human finger.
Recording.
The supermarket only had fingers of fish, which are beautiful, but not helpful. So I'm going to have to make one. Now, I don't want to buy any expensive silicones or anything, so I'm going to attempt to make a mould of my finger out of candle wax, which turns out to be a pretty stupid way of making a mould, as melted wax is hot
I
and
got
wet,
caught Henry, what is he
and
actually
I
doing?
need to just keep dipping my finger back and forth until I get like a thick enough layer to form a mould. And I don't know how thick it's meant to be, or how it's going to make it. I don't even know if it's going to work. So this took like 10 minutes to make, and looks horrible and burns my finger. So then I thought maybe a quicker alternative could be casting all my fingers in plaster, which I thought would be easy. And I kind of left my hand in the plaster a little too long. What is... Oh, you come here. What do you want? My hand's stuck in the plaster. Stuck in what? Stuck in plaster. Why is your hand in plaster? I was casting my hand. Is it stuck there? Yeah, it's stuck. What are we gonna do? Get it out. Yeah. I think you used it last anyway. Which hammer do you want? I don't know. It's actually getting hot. It feels hot. This is like I'm not enough to burn it yet, but it's getting hot. Just careful, because if it goes through, you're just going to shatter my fingers. Yeah, well,
Henry lost on about 30 minutes ago. I'm leaving this party.
Why?
No, not this party.
Oh, I'm gonna say, oh,
Henry's
thank
party.
Lord.
For moles and
What was it? I'm talking about Henry's party.
So I decided to not be a stingy dickhead and buy some of the real stuff.
I
called
caught Jaden then.
So then I'm just going to grab some of my mum's wine glasses to use for the mould. And I should probably confiscate the bottle of wine as well.
What's George's phone
And then
number?
carefully put my finger in.
No idea. My phone's been broken for that long, I don't know, and I don't really care anymore either. He's not being nasty or all, but should I care about his phone number?
So I'm going to be using liquefied horse, also known as gelatin, for my finger flesh
I'm just
substitute.
gonna check my
And to
car.
replicate the figure, I'm going to be using a wooden dowel, some pencils, and an
I'm gonna
oxtail,
find the bones.
which has little bones in it, which are very similar size to the bones in human tails. And this is definitely up there as one of the grossest looking things I've ever bought. So I'm just going to leave my fingers in the fridge to set. Can you please not drink all the finger wine that's in the fridge?
What?
And what kind of monstrosity have I given birth to? Kind of looks like the human version of an ion, something that no one should have ever made. And for some reason, I find it
Looks
a
like
little
some
bit
Among
beautiful.
Us.
Alright, eating time. So I'm just going to put this hat.
I could, but it doesn't work very well on my laptop.
So for appetizers, let's try
I'll play it
fingers
on
of fish.
There's an imposter in the
Delicious,
house.
by the
I'm
way.
moving.
Thanks, that's why I bought them. You reckon I could get some sauce with them though?
Ooh,
No,
some
we need
pizza.
to do the experiment. Look, you give me some sauce, and then I'll do the experiment.
Better just see
Alright,
you straight away.
you're only getting home brand tomato sauce. Oh, thank you. And I don't have high hopes for the fingers of fish. And the finger of the fish took 2 kilos to bite through, which isn't very much. Probably because I purchased the deboned fingers. Alright, so let's try the carrot. Which was surprisingly easy to break. It took around 10 kilos. Then I'm going to do the freaky tailed finger thing. Look at that, it's not budging. I stacked 50 kilos on top, and even though I had the teeth placed in the joint of the bones, it still didn't break through and only made a little mark. Also, I accidentally gave my fingers frostbite, so the gelatin didn't really provide much resistance. And then I just tried the wooden dowel as well to be safe, and it could also hold up to 50 kilos, which is actually all the weights my scrawny family has in the house, which is very close to the average bite strength of a normal person. And I did think this might happen, so as a backup I ordered another pair of jaws, which I didn't realise were going to be giant. And then I did what everyone with a healthy dental care regime does. I filled them with concrete so I could drop a big weight on them. And I know this ain't very scientific, but I kind of just want to see a mouth chomp through a finger. I don't really know what this shows, and I probably should have let the concrete dry properly before testing this out. But it did manage.
This is actually so boring waiting for it.
There's just a little bit of skin.
Explore the region whilst the game finishes installing.
See like a clean chop. Like
Worst thing is, it doesn't even tell you how much it's done installing yet.
Else like that.
Oh, now it does.
So here,
Oh, wow.
scientific results.
It's gonna take a long time.
Took 2 kilos to bite through. A carrot took 10 kilos, and a human finger took
Told you.
Actually, I kind of just thought of a super easy way that I could have tested this. Unless I'm an idiot. I might be an idiot. Someone, please tell me. If I'm an idiot.
No,
So,
I'm not shocked